I've wrapped over 100 cars on this channel, tested out dozens of vinyls. Today, I'm here to show you why TinyBots may be the best vinyl for beginners and pros. I'm telling you, wait, hold up. Did you even subscribe to our channel yet? If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to it now so we can give you more tips and tricks just like this. Also, make sure you watch till the end because not only will I do the review, but I'll also have some of my students in my wrap class test this out to see is it really beginner friendly. Number one mistake that beginners make, always do this too, is buying cheap vinyl because they think that it's gonna be a great installation, but actually it's gonna be super sticky and they're not gonna even be able to finish this vinyl. It's barely gonna move and it's gonna leave a lot of bubbles, a lot of creases because it's trapped air under there. Don't even bother. And if you have, you understand the pain that I've also faced, but you are also facing right now. Don't even get me started about tucking and cutting the edges. You gotta almost burn a hole in it just for the edges to lay down. I'll explain this in a whole nother video, the 5 worst vinyls to ever deal with. But for this one right here, I'm explaining the best vinyl there is for beginners and pros, and that's TinyBot. And this is why I tested it out on my vehicle, and I chose one color that I knew would set the tone. And that color is Halo by TinyBots. It's a very exquisite color. Let's break this down into 3 simple uses for this. First off, is it durable? Second off, is it directional? And then lastly, how does it lay down on the edges? Just to start, is it repositionable? Of course, like I told you, it's not that super tacky like most other brands are, or that are cheaper than that. It's a decent tack, it's a mid-level tack on this. I'm not gonna say it's low, such as Avery Dennison. It's not like Vivid. So you don't have to worry too much about that one. You can lift it up and you can reposition it without causing discoloration or overstretching it like you usually would with high tacking vinyl. To me, it's very nice. It doesn't matter which panels that I've been dealing with, whether it's the doors, fenders, bumpers, the hood, the roof, even the trunk. You don't really struggle that much with it. With most brands, such as Avery Dennison, you have to lay it the correct way all the way around. That means either clockwise or counterclockwise, and having the arrow pattern go in that same direction. With TinyBots, you do not have to worry about this. You can turn this panel whichever way that you felt like. It's not gonna have it to where it shows a different color on a different panel because the light hits it differently. No, it's still gonna show a fluid look and it's gonna have a great transition between the light. Let's go ahead and start with a sample piece on laying this down because now we're gonna go ahead and test out how the edges actually lay down. And as you can see, even if I press down, I can still pop it up. You don't have to worry about that. Let's cut this down. Let's just try our heat gun. Come in a little closer. Didn't even have to touch it, and it laid down that easy. Now, yes, we'll go ahead and secure it just to make sure it stays down, but look at it. We didn't even have to run our finger. We just heated this up and it laid down. That easy, that smooth, that simple. This for sure is a game changer. I've used different types of vinyl that cost well over $500 more than this actual vinyl that I have from TinyBots. TinyBots, you're moving up in the ranks on this one, I'm telling you now. When I wrapped my Genesis, I didn't think it was gonna work with me that well. When I did the bumper, which is usually the hardest part on most cars, I flew by on this one. The installation was not as bad as I thought. The doors went so quickly. It took me maybe 20 minutes per door, if that. Usually the rear bumper gets a lot of people more than the front bumper, just because it's a little bit longer. The rear bumper for me felt a lot easier. Fenders flew by. Pricing, I know you're asking, like, hey bro, what about pricing? Like, how much does it actually cost? They don't sell it in 75-foot rolls. They only sell it in 58-feet rolls, and that's kind of questionable. I get it, they're trying to limit it down to where they're not so much wasted vinyl, but we need 75 feet, especially as a beginner. You have to account for the mistakes. But with 58 feet, for 58 feet, it's about $600 and something. And that's why I can say that it's almost comparable, the same price as the bigger brands. You want an additional 15 to 17 more feet? Yeah, you're gonna have to spend for that. And that's where the price goes up a little bit more for you. Additional, I would say $130. And is it really worth it for that price? If you ever compare it to Avery Dennison or 3M, the ease of the vinyl on Avery Dennison and 3M on installation is just slightly tick easier. But The amount of colors and the color options that you have with TinyBots is a little bit better. Let's say this, it's a lot better. So I suggest you go ahead and take a look at it. So who is this vinyl for? This is great for beginners and people that do DIY projects where they're wrapping their refrigerator or appliances, but it's great for guys like him. That's a pro. If you don't know who that is, that's Trouble Wraps, one of the best rappers that I've seen in a while. Not better than me. Don't get it twisted. It's great for anyone that's really trying to get comfortable with vinyl. You don't have to sit there and struggle with the cheap brands because you wanted to use Temu. You want me to make it wider? See, I can make it a little easier for y'all? It'll be a little tougher for y'all. So I'll trim out another one just for y'all on that one, okay? We'll just lightly tack right here because this is a little bit stickier vinyl.
Okay, what brand is this?
This is TinyBot. That one's more sticky though. A little bit more. Let's find out. Lift it up. 4 fingers at the top. Straddle that corner. Put your right hand right here. Left hand right here. You see how there's a little bit of slack right here? Yeah. So lift up that corner, you lift up this corner. Yep, so watch this. You see how I did it? Yeah. If you want me to test out one of these Temu brand vinyls, comment Temu in the comments below and I will go ahead and order up something and create a video just for you on that. But keep this in mind, I did not get paid from TinyBots to make this video, so all the likes, shares, and comments are all welcome. Thank you for that. If this video gets over 10,000 views on this, we may be able to give away a discount code with TinyBots. So let's get this up and make sure that you share this with a lot of your friends that are thinking about buying vinyl to wrap their car, their boats, their bikes, their appliances, their life. But if you like this video, go ahead and like it on this video and then check out this video right here where we show you some of the best tips and tricks on using this vinyl on wrapping specific panels on my Genesis.